If you have a question, just raise your hand. We'll try to get you the microphone in the time we have. Mark, if anything comes in Spanish, we got that. We'll start up front to your right.
Español. Spanish, Mark.
Okay.
Spanish. Michael Rosa, felicidades por la victoria. Okay.
Good?
Right?
Go ahead.
Okay. Felicidades por la victoria, Michael Rosa, República Dominicana. Mucho se habló antes de este partido del nivel que íbamos a presenciar durante el encuentro. ¿Qué tú pudiste evaluar como dirigente, varios miembros, futuros miembros del Salón de la Fama en ambas escuadras? La satisfacción de llevarte la victoria contra tal vez el mejor grupo ofensivo que esté delante de ti en toda tu historia, trabajando como pelotero y ahora coachando como béisbol, como dirigente.
Yeah, I mean, just hats off to our pitching staff, to be honest with you. Incredible lineup Dominican throws at you. Incredible respect for it. Just an unbelievable. That was high-level baseball at its finest. I mean, for our bullpen to come in and do the job they did, Dominican never stopped. It was like constant traffic, never relaxed. Just a game we'll remember forever, right? I think for me, Tyler Rogers coming in, getting the double play, David Bednar having traffic, Griffin Jacks on down the line, just getting it to Mason. Garrett Whitlock is absolutely nasty. So, yeah, just and on their side as well, they held us in check. It was 3 solo shots decided the game. So, proud to be a part of it.
Is Nolan throwing Tuesday, or do you have other plans or options at this point?
No, Nolan will throw Tuesday.
Thank you.
Yeah, Mark, you mentioned Bell having Gunnar Henderson and considering the numbers against Severino, seeing that decision pay off. How good was that to see? And then also Roman Anthony being able to get his solo shot a couple batters later to give you guys the lead.
Speaking for Gunnar, 7 for 9 that's a good sample size as a former player. I mean, he obviously sees Luis well, and Luis threw the heck out of the ball. 99 in the first inning. I mean, that sweeper was exploding across the plate. Got some big punch outs. I think we had second and third with Judgy and Schwarber up at one point and couldn't scratch another run across the board. Yeah, I forgot your second question. Yeah, Roman's special. When we added him to the roster, he's a special kid. 21 years old to be able to handle a moment. The quality of at-bat is a testament to the kind of player he is right now and is going to become. Just special to stand in there left on left against Soto, work to count, get a pitch to drive. So, yeah, I expect big things from him.
Mark, over here. Can you talk about Paul Skeet's performance?
Yeah.
He's only 23 years old and had an incredible night.
Listen, you can make the argument he's the best pitcher in the game. We had the other one, I think, in our dugout as well, watching the game in Tarek Skubal. Special presence, special man. Wants the moment. Wasn't too big for him. Controlled his emotions. Made pitches. I mean, the pitch Junior Caminero hit out on no 2 count. I mean, that ball's on the black outside, maybe a little up, but it was just crazy talent all over the field.
Mark, would you like to see the WBC get ABS, the challenge system?
I would assume it comes in next time. Yeah, I'm a fan of it. So, yeah.
Mark, you talked about the relief pitching. Could you ever imagine, though, after the Henderson home run, you got one hit the rest of the game, that you would still win that game?
Yeah, they threw the ball well too. I mean, there were guys coming out of their bullpen. There was just so much talent on the field, both sides. I mean, you knew it was going to come down to one swing of the bat. Yeah, I'm still waiting for our offense to explode, but it's tough to explode against a pitching staff like that.
Do you have Mason for Tuesday, or
We haven't discussed that yet.
the 3 times in 5 days, it is something that could be possible, as far as you know?
I would hope he'd be available.
Mark, congratulations. I mean, when we see Paul Skeens, Gunnar Henderson, Roman Anthony ages,
Yeah.
so young, the future seems bright for USA Baseball. Can you talk about this, having these young players in your roster and performing in this level, this way?
Yeah, that's the game right now. In the modern game's a young man's game. I mean, when I was leaving the league, it was getting super young. I think these guys are exploding on the scene. They play at such a high level, like kind of youth travel baseball. They're ready for the moment. It's not too big for them. I'm blown away with the quality of at bat and the way they carry themselves. They expect to be great.
Mark, beyond the obvious of the fastball velocity, what is it that makes Mason such an effective closer, and how do you feel about how he's kind of grabbed that role for you guys?
I think it comes down to unbelievable fastball velocity at the end of the day. I mean, he's facing some pretty big hitters. He can almost, at times, I mean, just 101, 102 is just special kind of stuff. But he can land the breaking ball as well. He's got ice water in his veins. So, yeah, you were noticing that the entire night. The moment's not too big for these guys. I was blown away. David Bednar with traffic on, able to make pitches. The strikeout of Tatis, and then the breaking ball. And then Garrett Whitlock's got to go through the teeth of their order, and he's got command of 3 pitches. Tyler Rogers coming in against Soto. The 3-batter minimum makes you think about certain things a little bit differently. So for him to get that double play was special.
Hi, Mark. David Hernandez, El Nacional, DR. How could you describe play final early?
What's that?
How do you describe play final early, before the finals?
How do,
Final early. Final before the final. Play
Oh,
game
okay.
Final,
Yeah, we just talked about that in there. Job's not done, certainly. We understood this was going to be a talked about game, probably one of the most watched games of all time. Ton of respect for the Dominican Republic. Albert Pujols, former teammate of mine. I watched a guy win an MVP in 2009. Up and down the line. I said this earlier in the press conference previous. The WBC has this magnetic way of just growing the game of baseball. And tonight, I go back to last time when Ohtani struck out Mike Trout, and it's like baseball won that night. Whether we won or didn't win, baseball won. I think baseball won again tonight.
Congratulations, Mark. Elister Gonzalez from Dominican Republic. My question is in the same way. Do you think the biggest thing is now down, or you think there is another giant to beat over there?
Yeah, we want to win the whole thing. I mean, that's why we signed up for this. So certainly huge moment. Can't overlook it. I'm blessed to be a part of it. I'm blessed to manage these guys. I've had an absolute blast. But yeah, job's not done. All right.
Welcome, Mason and Paul. Congratulations, guys. Great job. All right, we'll start to your right, guys. Standing over here, Daniel.
Thank you. Yeah, Paul to your right. Paul, could you describe how mentally challenging it was to navigate through this lineup of the Dominican Republic?
Yeah, just got to execute. Can't take a pitch off and just do everything in your power to execute every pitch.
Hi, Paul, Mason. You both had an incredible night pitching. How do you describe yourself about the night you have tonight between yourself starting and yourself closing against such an offensive and powerful offense like Dominican Republic?
Got the job done. That's it. You know, that's all we're here to do is do our job. And, you know, it didn't necessarily go perfectly, but it went pretty well.
pretty close to our plan.
Yeah, I'm going to echo exactly what he said.
Mason, wondering where that ranked in terms of difficulty of saves for you and also satisfaction.
I mean, the hardest one's always the next one. But, yeah, you go into a game with a lineup of guys that are staples in the middle of every order around the league, some of the best players in our game. You got to be at your best because you know that they are at theirs.
What's your understanding of your availability for Tuesday?
TBD.
How much would you like to pitch?
I don't think that needs to be said. I would do everything in my power to pitch.
There was so much talk about the two lineups, the power lineups, and of course your starting rotation, Paul. How impressed have you been with the USA bullpen, not just tonight, but the whole tournament?
Yeah, I mean, we got a bunch of dogs out there that just get outs. It's been great. It's been an honor to watch them, to share a clubhouse with them, and just go down the list. I mean, it makes it a lot easier to be a starting pitcher when you can, get to the fifth inning, and that's the nature of this tournament. You got to, the innings are limited for starting pitchers, and you can hand the ball off pretty confidently that the bullpen's going to get the job done, and they've done a great job.
Paul? Is there a different feeling when you take the mound in a packed stadium like this against a lineup like that than an April or May night with 15,000 in the seats?
Maybe a little bit, but the job's the same. The purpose of why we're there is the same. So, yeah, maybe a little bit.
Hi guys, I'm Taro from Netflix Japan. So I'm gonna ask you guys, even though it's not easy for a pitcher to commit to the World Baseball Classic, but you guys made that decision. Looking back, how do you feel about the decision right now?
I don't think it was a hard decision. It was an easy decision. This is something that is an extremely high honor for a lot of players that would love to be in our position, love to have this opportunity. So it's not something that I took for granted when I was asked to be a part of it. It was immediate yes. And we're professionals, so getting yourself ready a couple weeks early, is a mindset and is something that you start thinking about in November. As soon as you make that commitment.
Yeah, I agree. It was an easy decision for me. Yeah, there are sacrifices that you have to make. You have to, do a little more in the off season to do things a little bit differently. But easy decision, and definitely glad I made that decision.
Yeah, right here. Question for both of you. Was this the higher pressure game you ever had? Or where does this rank in the games you have played?
I don't know. They're all kind of the same.
Yeah. As a baseball player, we understand the stakes every time we take the mound and every time that we play against the best in the world. I would say environment-wise, this is one of the loudest, most passionate games that I've been a part of. But as far as the stakes for us, I think we're kind of focused on our job and what we're doing each day. So I don't know how much that changes as an elite competitor. That's the mindset you have to have.
Hey, Paul, how did this stack up to your expectations coming into the tournament? Like, how's the whole experience been? And is the DR the toughest lineup you've ever faced?
Yeah, the DR is the toughest lineup I've ever faced, for sure. I think they would probably say the same thing about facing us. Expectation-wise, it's been awesome. I didn't really have any expectations coming into the tournament. Didn't really know what to expect, and it hasn't disappointed.
One for Paul, one for Mason. Paul, for you, can you speak on the complexities of facing that lineup through like 1 through 9? And for Mason, what do you think about that last pitch? It's going to be kind of talked about, and if you think ABS should be a part of this event.
Yeah, it's the same thing as facing any other lineup. It's just the holes are a little bit smaller and you can get away with a little bit less. So it's just executing 1 through 9.
Roman, how satisfying was it to hit that home run, especially against the lefty that they brought in? And is it safe to say that that's a to-date career highlight for you?
Yeah, it was unbelievable. Just building off the guy to my right, and I think that's been the name of the game the entire tournament. Just building off of each other and building off of this staff, this bullpen, the defensive plays. I mean, you can go down the line. It's just been unbelievable baseball.
Hi guys, congratulations. Question, I guess, is for both of you. Very few years ago, for you, Roman, it was like not even that. You guys were not playing in MLB, and right now you're being main characters in this great victory for the USA Baseball. Can you take me to the process that in your life to be here, and what are the feelings that you both have of getting this, you the home run and both of you home runs and such a good game against such a great team like the Dominican Republic?
Yeah, I mean, being able to just kind of have the playoff experience a couple years ago, and just honestly the guys that are in this clubhouse, being able to kind of lean on them, and the ones that have been in the WBC / World Series games, being able to kind of pick their brains on how the atmosphere was I know, huge for me. And it was really cool being able to be in that atmosphere and ultimately come out on top.
Yeah, I think same thing. I mean, for me, I was here the last time around watching the championship game, heading into my first spring training, and heading into my first full year of minor league baseball. So a bit of a full circle moment, but a dream of mine since as long as I can remember, watching this amazing event. And you couldn't ask for a better atmosphere this early in the year. So just being around these guys and competing with these guys day in and day out, it's an unbelievable experience.
Gunnar, you were called not only because of your talent, obviously, but because of how good you have been facing Luis Severino. You came in and you actually came through, right? Can you just talk about why you have been able to have such an amazing success off of this pitcher?
Yeah, I felt like I've seen his pitch as well, and it's just something that gives you confidence going into the game. And was able to fight off a couple good pitches, and then got one more over the plate and didn't miss it.
Roman, you've come to this park many times. You had to pay for your ticket 3 years ago. Tonight, your home run is a difference maker. You weren't on the roster to begin, came in. I mean, how do you describe everything that's happening tonight, being able to play in the finals here, this time as a player, not a spectator, and being able to do it here at Lone Depot Park?
Yeah, I think for me, like you mentioned, growing up, watching games here, watching guys like Stanton, Yelich, the team that they had here, and coming to these games as a kid, it's something you dream of, not only to play here and then coming to the WBC here, you dream of representing this country and being here the next time around or whenever that time may be, whenever your name gets called upon. And didn't really expect to be here. Didn't really expect, coming into spring training, I was heading into my first full upcoming year. The goal for me was to just be with the guys there and get better every day at camp. And then when I got this call from D-Row, it was an absolute no-brainer to be here and to represent this country and just to be around these guys. It's been unbelievable.
Gunnar, you guys have had a chance to be together for a couple weeks now. You've got the one more game.
as you approach that end, do you think this team is hitting on all cylinders, or there's a lot of talent, but you can still see there's some things you guys aren't doing as well as you'd like?
I mean, I feel like there's still a lot of room to go. I feel like we haven't played our complete game yet, but we've came through and battled each and every game, and I feel like that's just a testament to the guys in this room. They've come in and worked their butt off, and it's been cool to just get to know people in this setting, because during the year it's hard to have a conversation with people because you're going against each other, but being able to come in and just develop those relationships with each other has been really fun.
Yeah, over here, Gunnar. 2 defensive plays. You get the Aaron Judge throw to you to get Tatis, and then Bobby Witt in the 5th inning turning that double play to end the game. Can you just take me through your perspective on the Judge throw and then watching Bobby be Bobby?
Yeah, the Judge throw was awesome. I mean, it was right on the money. It made my job easier, but yeah, that's just a testament to him. The work he puts in to be a unbelievable right fielder, and it's been really cool to play with him. And yeah, Bobby's play was unbelievable. It was fun to watch it from this side of the field instead of him making it against your team. So yeah, it's really cool, and he's made a couple outstanding plays.
For Gunnar and Roman, as younger players in the league and having a great coaching staff and other great players on your team, is there a single thing that has maybe stood out about how they approach the game, or just a hitting tip that you picked up on from one of the players?
For me, just watching Roman go to work every day, it's been unbelievable. He's been super consistent throughout the whole tournament, and it's been I got to watch him a little bit last year for the Red Sox, but being able to be on the same side, watch him go to work, and just the work ethic he has, and I mean, the ability speaks for itself. I mean, it's been unbelievable to watch and really fun playing with him.
Yeah, I think just piggybacking off of what he said, I could say the same about him and every other guy in the clubhouse. And for me, having 71 games in the big leagues and being around these guys and guys who have impacted the game in such, positive ways, like Gunnar and like everyone in that clubhouse, I think for me, just watching these guys and watching the way that they carry themselves on and off the field and how they go about their business every single day, it's motivating for me as a young guy to kind of take that and apply that to myself. But also at the same time understand that everyone here wants to win. We have a standard here, and we expect to win. And I think everyone has been super on board with that, and it's been fun to just watch the way that everyone works and talk about guys like Gunnar. That inning that came up, he said it to me. He's like, "Hey, I go, you go," and we continue to remind ourselves that, and there's a lot of guys in there doing the same thing, and the leadership in there, and from guys like him to myself, it's been unbelievable to be around.
Right here. First, a question for Gunnar. Gunnar, you've been in playoff games. How do you compare the atmospheres of both events? And for both of you, what do you say to the people that said these events are just meaningless exhibition games?
First off, the atmosphere was awesome. I mean, never been in a World Series game, but I have to believe that that's probably what it's going to be like. But yeah, definitely not any meaningless games here. You just see the passion from both sides and from every country that's a part of this awesome event. You just see the passion that it brings, just how well loved baseball is around the world, and it's been really awesome to be a part of, and couldn't be more honored to be able to represent the USA.
Yeah, I mean, same thing. I think to answer the exhibition game question, it's definitely not that. It's like Gunnar said, you don't get that vibe from any team you play, and I think when you get a chance to represent your country and go out and play in front of these fans and you're playing for something bigger than yourself, it's far from meaningless. So being here and I know, and I can speak for our clubhouse and just based off of the energy of other teams, it just means more to be able to represent your country.
Brandon Garces, my question is for Roman. Roman, being from Puerto Rico, how has Alex Cora's influence helped you for a big stage like this one?
Yeah, well, I think when you talk about AC, you talk about a guy who's done it as a player, who's been there. He's been there as a manager, somebody who has so much knowledge and someone who's helped me so much, so early on. From you talk about last year, my first big league camp, and then coming through camp, the way that he stays in touch, and calls me today and continues to reach out to not just me but all my teammates. And I think for him and sharing his knowledge that he has as a player and as a manager, it's you couldn't ask for more as a player to be around. On a manager side of things, you want a guy who's been in your shoes and who's been there and who's done it at the highest level. And AC represents all that. So getting to play for him and getting to learn from him every day is it's an absolute honor.
For both Gunnar and Roman, you're both at the beginning of your career still plenty of years to play. Do you expect or want to play in the WBC as many times as possible?
Yeah, I mean, this event is awesome, and anytime that I'm healthy, I would love to be in it.
Yeah, absolutely. Every time, I hope. It's been unbelievable. So, again, just for me being the young guy, being around all these guys that have played and have experience here and so much postseason experience, things like that, for sure. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better atmosphere this early in the year, so no doubt.
Julian Gallardi, Latino Sports. This is for Roman. So Aaron Judge was talking about your maturity and how you want to get on base and how he's impressed by you before the game. So what does that mean to you? And, what is some stuff you've learned from him maybe behind the scenes?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many things I could say about that guy and the type of leader he is, the type of teammate he is. And obviously we all know what he can do as a player. He's one of the best players on the planet, if not the best. And to get to go out and watch him, but I think more so for both of us, watching the way that he works and leads in the clubhouse, and he's so selfless. You wouldn't know, whether he's had a good or a bad day. He's the same guy every day. So getting to be here with him and to learn from him and to watch the way that he goes about it, it's no surprise that he is what he is. So for me, just being around him, it's been an absolute honor.
Thank you, Marfa Mata. Hablamos Béisbol. So my question is for both of you. You're gonna wait for your rival tomorrow between Italy and Venezuela. You already faced Italy, but Venezuela is inspired to. Any preference about who are you gonna face on Tuesday?
No, just whoever it is. I mean, they're two great teams, but whoever it is, we're just going to come out there with a lot of energy. And, we're going to come out there and try to put a lot of runs up and get our pitchers some cushion and take it to them.
Yeah, same thing. I think for us, coming into today and every other game, obviously, we dropped that one to Italy. But the main thing in there is we're playing for each other and for this country, and we're not really worried about who's on the other side. We know that if we take care of what we need to take care of, we like our chances. But like Gunnar said, two great teams, and it's going to be exciting regardless of who it is.